Welcome to Below the Cap News. I'm Ryan Platsky, and these are your week's top stories. A new survey says that roughly 45% of companies are planning to eliminate bachelor degree requirements to allow for a more diverse workforce. But now, y'all are really gonna do this now? Couldn't you have just done this during COVID? Seriously? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love everybody that I met while I was at college, but just believe me when I say that my ass and most of everybody that I met there would not have gone to school at all if it turned out that when we graduated we wouldn't even have really needed to go in the first place. So it's just really annoying, if you ask me. The Harvard Corporation is getting put into the spotlight in the midst of the Claudine Gay case. The board consists of 13 members who are all either investors, financial consultants, ex-White House people. One lady's a scientist. This one dude is even a German studies scholar. Pretty much your typical secret society of douchebags. And now they're getting put on blast for improperly not dealing with Claudine Gay. To be honest though, all this shows me is that Harvard's track record of exporting assholes into society is way more literal than we take it for. And now all these people are finally gonna have to show their true colors sooner rather than later. So, good. That's all I'm getting at. Good. A 6-year-old was put onto the wrong flight and went to Orlando instead of Fort Myers to visit his grandmother. Even worse was that he had to fight a 3rd grader to the death over the window seat. Even worse, he was flying Spirit Airlines. NASA has captured a photo of what appears to be a Christmas tree cluster. But no, fuck that, nuh-uh. I have watched enough movies and read enough comic books to know an incomprehensible and otherworldly being when I see one. This right here is a fucking celestial, and our days are numbered. This bull is casually just moving through space, keeping its tabs on Earth, and bro, we might actually be next. So I won't lie to y'all, we might actually be fucked. Our days, say goodbye to your loved ones. Science has found a way to have a full-length conversation with a humpback whale in its own language, in hopes that it will help us be able to conversate with aliens in the future. The whale that they chose for the experiment was your mom. New York Giants quarterback Tommy DeVito's LLC, TD, has filed for the trademarks Tommy Cutlets and Passing Paisano. DeVito's brand intends to sell branded chickens, pasta, and pizza sauces, making this what would have been one of the greatest marketing campaigns in the history of the NFL had he not gotten benched for Tyrod Taylor on Christmas against the Eagles. Lamar Jackson, at the time that I'm recording this at least, is the current favorite to win the NFL MVP this year at minus 180 after defeating the San Francisco 49ers on Christmas. Just gonna put it out there, ain't nobody called this except for Ravens fans. Oh, and us at Below the Cap. Go listen to our older episodes on Spotify from the beginning of the season. We called that shit. Lamar remains a top 3 quarterback in the sport, and finally, y'all best believe that, because they gonna get a Super Bowl out of that man. And just fuck you if you said otherwise in the media, because get behind this man. Luka Doncic became the 6th fastest player ever to hit 10,000 points, the fastest to do so since Michael Jordan. My agenda still stands. Luka for MVP. Only dude that truly hoops every single night. And Kyrie isn't even back, so that's all I'm saying. Just give him the award. Vin Diesel has had a sexual battery lawsuit against him from his former assistant, Asta Johansson. The complaint claims that in 2010, Diesel threw her onto her bed, groped her, and then masturbated. And not only did he finish fast... I don't even need to finish that, y'all. Yassine Bey, more properly known as Mos Def, has announced that he will be doing a one-time show in Paris on January 18th, where he will be performing songs entirely by the late artist MF Doom. Mos and Doom toured together multiple times throughout their careers, and this show will be a way of showing respect to a guy who has some of the most abstract rhymes that the game has ever seen. So, well, A, Mos comeback, B, Doom concert. 2 great things. Home Alone director Chris Columbus recently revealed that the reason he left National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was because Chevy Chase treated him like shit. And when he left, one of the first scripts he was sent was from John Hughes, which turned into Home Alone. Now, I know that old Chev has a recent history of being a piece of shit. But I didn't know that it reached back this far. God damn. I imagine the shit that he was probably saying to Garrett Morris. I mean, dude, come on, Lauren, check this out, come on. Lil Uzi Vert has said that he plans to stop making music after his next album and plans to pursue a career in women's fashion. The Grammy-nominated artist will not only put Chanel on his shooters, but will also have ponchos from both Versace and Cartier. Future has teased that new music is on the way. It is set to come out sometime in the future. I couldn't help myself. A quick bit. I couldn't help myself. Suge Knight reveals that the third guy here in this photo is responsible for the demise of Tupac. Now look, his account was also reportedly hacked, so maybe this isn't even true at all. And I'm not trying to report false news. That's not what we do here on Below the Cap News. But at the end of the day, I'm a big Biggie Diddy Junior Mafia fan, so it would be kind of nice to see them off the hook for this after all this time. End of the day, though, you know, it was always him against the world, so let's just hope that one of the most puzzling mysteries in music, and honestly, just like the U.S., finally gets solved after all this time, because that would just be some pretty decent closure, to be honest. Kanye West has finally apologized to the Jewish community via a Hebrew message on Twitter. I promise, though, bro, I still think that it's 50-50 on if this is genuine or if the first song on Vulture is just going to be a diss track to Palestine. That's what I think. Timothy Chalamet was cast as Bob Dylan years ago in an upcoming film titled A Complete Unknown. Recently, though, as part of the casting, Dylan's old manager sent Chalamet a 12-hour playlist of unreleased music from the legendary artist. Chalamet said, "I feel like I'm holding on to gold or something." But what he's really holding on to are the coochies of 70-plus-year-old women whose first crush was Bob Dylan, especially when they're shooting stars. That is all the time that we have for tonight. This has been Below the Cap News. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy new year, and yeah, just thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I can't do it. No.